I woke up at about 4:30 last week and checked Twitter because that's the first thing that I do most mornings. Probably not a good habit. And saw a message that I knew was coming eventually, but I didn't expect to come so early. That's what she said. The Discord was shut down. I'm sure a lot of you have already realized that. A lot of y'all were already in the Discord, which, what's awesome. It grew to like 250 people pretty quickly. I had a couple of paid members in there, which is something that we'll talk about here in a bit. Let me start off by saying if you're looking for a rant on free speech, if you're looking for a rant on censorship and oppression, you're not going to get that here. I think that would be kind of silly of me. Frankly, I was running a malware development Discord. That it was never going to last that long. I didn't expect it to only last a couple of months. I kind of figured we would fly under the radar for a little bit and would get some awesome research done, which we did, to be fair. But it shut down. I've got a couple of theories on why it shut down, one specifically that we'll talk about here in a bit. But let's talk about what's going forward, because the attention span of the average viewer on YouTube is incredibly low, and I'm sure y'all are very interested in what's going to happen going forward. I put up a poll on my channel not that long ago. It's probably still up, honestly, at the time of recording, asking people if they would rather see a chat-like interface or a forum-like interface to replace the Discord community. Discord has not answered any of my emails. That's just a foregone conclusion. That's gone. Sucks, but it is what it is. What I'm planning on replacing it with is going to be either a forum or a chat application or a combination of both. That is going to be a broader audience type dev community for folks who are doing low-level development, for folks who are doing web development, just kind of a space where people can hang out and talk about building stuff. It is still going to be malware development focused. I'm still going to have plenty of places where people can talk about malware development, but we're going to broaden it a little bit. I think that's going to be more helpful to a wider community, and that's kind of what I'm trying to give back towards. So all that to say, that is going to be what replaces it eventually. Right now, I have got a very long list of priorities, and that doesn't make it that high on the list, but it will be happening fairly soon. Now, let's talk about theories on why it was shut down. One, it's a malware development community. I don't know that just the existence of discussion about malware development breaks terms of service on Discord, but it at least was towing the line, and probably several conversations that I had with individual members, either in group chats or in DMs, crossed that line. I'll also add my entire account was suspended. It's not just the server gone. My account was suspended. I was part of several different servers that had nothing to do with malware development, and it really does suck losing access to those. But again, that was the risk that I took, and this is kind of what happens with that. Do I wish that people were more willing and open to allow communities that discuss malware development? Obviously, it would be great to have way more communities that have a much, more open and free tone towards things like malware development. But Discord is a massive community, and I've seen rumors that they are trying to move back towards their gamer roots and away from their kind of community building roots. So it is what it is. A couple of high points. One, the moment that I saw that the server was shut down, like within like an hour or two of me getting that message and me appealing it, I immediately canceled the 8 paid subscriptions that I had in the Discord community. I do not want anybody to think that I was trying to scam folks out of money, and that's why I did it immediately. That was my first priority. So folks may have already been charged. I don't know exactly when sub charges folks, so folks may have already been charged, but it was at the end of the month anyways, so that shouldn't be a problem. Nobody will be charged again. I made sure of that. That was my first priority. I do have a theory, which is we had a skid who was very obviously a skid, somebody who just did not know anything about malware development, didn't know much about coding, popped into the community, asked a bunch of skiddy questions, and they were very clearly trying to develop something malicious, which I know it's a malware development community, but we're trying to do good, and this person was very obviously trying to build out a rat that they could sell. Very shortly after that, either the same day or within a couple of days, they immediately spammed the channels with advertisements for their rat for sale. I looked into it afterwards, and their rat is just a reskin of another rat that's being sold in underground forums, which is super lame. But I banned them immediately. Like it, at the second I saw those messages, I was like, yeah, that person's out. And very, very shortly after that was when the server got shut down. So I have a feeling that that person got pissed off, that they got booted out of the community and immediately reported the server or me or both, which sucks. But again, when you're dealing with malware developers, you get a lot of skids and you get a lot of petty ass annoying people, which is why I did not set up a Discord earlier, because I did not want to babysit. And when you deal with petty ass annoying people and you kick them out for being petty or annoying, they're going to be petty and annoying still. That's just, again, I'm taking the stance that this was bound to happen eventually. It sucks that it happened so early. I really thought that we were going to get more research done. But it was an awesome community while it lasted, and I definitely plan on replacing it with something very soon. I personally would like to make it a forum. I have run the poll. Sorry, it's like 11 o'clock right now. I've run the poll on Twitter and on YouTube both. There was a slight preference for chat communities on both. I might be pulling an audible and doing a forum instead, just because I think that that's better for research purposes. I think it's better to build a community of folks who want to research and not just folks who want to chat. But again, that's lower on my list of priorities right now, and it is what it is. To kind of lighten the mood, the channel has done fantastic. I am now AdSense verified, so I can run ads on my channel, which means that I'm finally making like 16 cents as of like yesterday, which is kind of neat. 16 cents per day, I believe, is what I saw. That's kind of cool. Channel's doing great. I'm going to continue putting out malware development stuff. I'm also going to start putting out other stuff. I'll talk about that a little bit later. I've got some really cool stuff that I'm whipping up right now, but we will discuss that later. We'll bounce back from this. Discord community shutting down sucks. Obviously, it was a really cool place to hang out, but again, it is what it is. Big corp's gonna big corp. The big thing is whether I set up a forum or a chat server, it is going to be self-hosted. I'm not going to rely on third parties anymore, because this is just going to happen again. So the barrier for shutting down a forum, like an entire VPS that is like self-hosted, or a domain that is self-hosted, is way higher than shutting down like a Discord community. Like they can shut down a Discord community for any reason or no reason at all. So that's kind of the approach I'm taking. That's about it. I'm feeling sick. Not related to this. That would be dramatic. I'm just like under the weather, so that's why my voice sounds funky. I'm gonna go take it easy, and I will see y'all later in the week. Take it easy. Peace.